What's going on, everybody? Leo Cannell here with today's episode. Guys, today I want to give you a little synopsis, some takeaways from the recent 75 Hard challenge that I just completed, and give you, some lessons learned, principles, and really tell you how difficult it was, because it was not easy, no question about it. So let's get going.
There are over 32 million businesses in the U.S., and over 90% of them will never break seven figures in annual sales. So how do we as entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs break into that seven figures club? This podcast will relentlessly share the secrets, strategies, and tactics I've used to create 3 multi-seven figures businesses and bring in even more successful entrepreneurs than me to share their inspirational stories and tactics to success. You can create your dream business and life right now. So buckle up and let's go.
All right, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're making 2021 your breakthrough year. Hope that you're holding yourself accountable, that you're incorporating and building values and principles to be unreasonably optimistic, to focus on solutions, to not make love to problems, and most importantly, that you're taking action each day that's moving the needle, that's getting you a little bit closer to your dream life, your dream business, hopefully a 7 figures business where you can join that 7 figures club, where only about 7 to 8% of businesses actually get to that 7 figures mark in annual sales and revenue on an annual basis. So a little over 75 days ago, I decided to embark upon a journey that at the time, to many of my team and friends and family, seemed to be borderline insanity. I'm not going to lie. At times I wondered if I was insane. I wondered if I would be able to power through it. But at that point, this was the last week of February, our funding business was getting busier than ever, really growing. We're hiring and expanding and training. We were launching some new ventures and products and services. We were getting ready to launch the Funding CEO Challenge. My wife and I, as you may know, have 5 kids, and they're busy doing their things. Our oldest son, Lucas, just graduated from high school, and he was doing college applications and scholarships. Fortunately, did get a 4-year scholarship since he worked hard on his AP classes, so congratulations to him. And my other son, busy with soccer. My other son, busy with his activities. My daughter and her dance. So a lot of things going on, and family obviously is important, but at the same time, your work family is important, and the impact you're making on your clients and the world also matters, I think. So the timing, it didn't seem ideal, if you know what I mean. But at the same time, my health and fitness, it was okay. It was doing all right. But I had lapsed significantly. Really, for the last 11, 12 years, I'd been pretty consistent, with getting 4 or 5 workouts in every single week. But at the same time, the workouts were getting shorter and shorter. The intensity wasn't there. And let's just say that my discipline regarding diet and eating correctly had definitely lapsed. I don't think a day went by that I didn't put some garbage in my body, whether that was candy, whether that was a dessert, whether it was just unhealthy, fatty type food like pizza and those types of carbs that really don't have a lot of nutritional value, like what you will find in vegetables and fruits. And so when I heard about this 75 Hard challenge, frankly, I was kind of excited because I needed a new physical challenge. And mostly I felt like I needed a mental challenge. I needed something to really turn up the notch and make me focus and take more action. I needed a challenge because, guys, at the end of our days, at the end of our lives, it's the challenges that we accepted and overcame that really mattered. All the growth happens outside of our comfort zone. And so as I was thinking about that, I thought, I'm in. No way I'm not going to do this. This challenge is going to be amazing. And the more I learned about it, and it was created by a guy named Danny Frisella, amazing entrepreneur, creator of the supplement company First Forma. And so there I was learning about the 75 Hard challenge. And the thing about it that really drew me in was, yes, it's a physical challenge. You have to do, 2 workouts every day. One of them has to be a 45-minute outdoor workout. And one of them, can be indoors, but that outdoor one, even in March and April, it's 20 degrees and snow, especially when you have to work out in the morning like I do, and not easy. So almost more of a mental challenge. And that was what I was really excited about. And I knew that if I would do it right, that I would get amazing results, not only physically, but more so the mental stamina and strength to be able to look at a challenge and something difficult and know that it can be overcome. So, against all logic, I took a week to plan out my schedule and make this work. And now that I've completed the journey, completed this 75 hard, 75-day challenge, I do have some amazing takeaways that I want to share with you. And certainly I do want to encourage you, if you're listening to this, take the 75 hard challenge. It's a mental challenge, it's unbelievable, and it will turn you into a stronger person, a better entrepreneur. And the one thing it will really do is help you take a good hard look at the time that you've been given by God every day and see if you're actually taking advantage of it. So, takeaway number one, you can find the time. I took a week to really work out my calendar. The more I dug in, the more I realized I actually wasted more time than I thought I had. I wasted more time with TV, with streaming services, with scrolling through social and other unproductive uses of my time. And at the end of the day, I realized I still had plenty of time to spend with my family every day, but I didn't have any time to waste. So the time wasting kind of disappeared. I would still kind of spend, 45 minutes oftentimes, at the end of the day with my wife, but I would be working out, in our bedroom while she was watching a show. And then it would seem like without fail, it was 11:30 at night. And I still needed to do my reading because you have to read 10 pages of an entrepreneurial self-help personal development book. And for me, I listen to a lot of books because I'm working out, I'm driving, I'm in the shower. I've always got a book or podcast playing, but it really was actually difficult to find the time to actually get a physical book and read those 10 pages every day. So that's my first takeaway. You can always find the time. You have more time than you think. We all have the same 24 hours in the day, 168 hours during the week. And it's what we do with that time that matters. And too often I've been guilty of wasting my time. And if you take a good hard look at the time you have, there's more time available than you think, and you're wasting way more time. And it doesn't have to take away from your family. It didn't. I just had to get rid of all my time wasters, individual time wasters, still have time for the family, still attend my kids' games. Did that mean I had to do some workouts at 11 p.m. at night? You're damn right it did. Was it a lot of fun? I'm not going to lie to you. Some days I did not want to do it. And even now, it's just been, it's been a couple weeks since I completed it. And I get home late at night and I'm thinking, oh, I got to do my workout. I'm like, oh yeah, I did finish the challenge, but I still have this almost habit where, I've got to work out. And if you're like me, where you sit down a lot of the day, you're sitting at your desk, I'm telling you, there's something important about getting up and working out twice a day, even if it's 20, 30 minutes at a time, because if you sit at a desk all day, one workout a day, it's not enough. It's not enough for your body. You're doing too much sitting, and our bodies were not meant to sit. All right, takeaway number 2, mental toughness equals success. So no matter what you do, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a parent, or you're trying to make an impact on others, you're going to face tremendous challenges and adversity constantly. It's coming at you every single day. And when you learn mental toughness, the type that you will learn by completing the 75-day hard or the 75 hard challenge, you'll be able to, look at challenges and adversity and almost be excited. I remember, I would get home sometimes on a Monday and it's literally 25, 30 degrees and snowing and nasty outside. And I'd put a coat on my 4-year-old and put him on my shoulders and run to the school and run around with him and get some work in. And it honestly was fun. And it was what was really cool for me was being able to do this with my 11-year-old. He just turned 12 today, Marcus. And at the time, he was, competing in a premier soccer league team. And he's not the tallest kid in the world for his age. And he was competing for the premier soccer team goalie position. He's a keeper, a goalie, and the kid he was competing against, a lot taller, a lot bigger, and so he had to work so much harder, and he decides to take on this 75 hard challenge as well at the same time as he's got soccer practice and school, all these crazy things going on. And he learned great mental toughness going through this challenge. And he played really well, played so well that the guy he was competing against actually quit the team and gave up because Marcus clearly won that position. So really important lessons for him to learn. And, I doubt he's going to be a professional soccer player. He's not super tall. And as a goalie, that certainly can be helpful. But the important thing is he's learned values and principles that will lead to success, and he's going to be an amazing entrepreneur and make a massive impact on people's lives because of the lessons he's learning at age 11. So really excited about that. But mental toughness equals success. All right, progress is incremental and powered by daily consistency. So throughout the process, one of the tasks you have to do every day is you have to take a progress picture, and it needs to be, without a shirt on or in a swimsuit. Like, you need to be seeing tangible results and actually monitoring the changes in your body. So that's part of the challenge. And so I would take this picture every day, and throughout the process, I actually wasn't sure that I was really making any progress. I'm like, damn, I think I still look the same as I did on day 3. And it's day 30, it's day 45, it's day 50. And by the time I got to day 74 and 75, I still wasn't totally sure of the results that I'd gotten. But then I actually looked at the pictures, and it was remarkable. I had a lower gut right there on my lower abs at the beginning on day 3. By day 74, there was actually, some hints of a six-pack that were coming through, and my arms were bigger, and my whole body was tighter, and remarkably, there was a lot more progress than I actually realized when I looked at the results of the pictures. And so there's a method to the madness. I think that's maybe one of the reasons why, he has you take the pictures so you can really document and see those results. And if you're going half effort during these workouts, if you're doing a half effort and you say, you're following a diet and your diet includes pizza and garbage in it, well, guess what? Not rocket science. You're not going to see the results that you want to see. But if you hold yourself accountable, put yourself in uncomfortable positions, and you're disciplined about it, and you give the intensity in the 2 workouts, and I'm not saying by the end of the week on a Sunday, my second workout was a 45-minute walk outside, and it was not a brisk walk, I'll tell you that, because your body does need some sort of recovery time. But for the most part, I was giving it maximum effort in these 2 workouts and really was stringent on following my diet, and turned down a birthday cake. I had my birthday during this, turned down a lot of things because it was not it was not part of the commitment that I made. All right, so takeaway 3 again, progress is incremental, but it's powered by daily consistency. And if you take a look at where you're at now from 6 months ago, 12 months ago, in your business, with your family, in all aspects of your life, you'll actually, if you're consistent with the goals and the activities that you do every day to achieve those goals, you'll be surprised at the changes. And you won't even realize it until you actually take a few minutes to reflect. You're like, wow, I have made progress. This is amazing. Okay, so takeaway number 4 is doing hard things equals happiness. This is so important. So as my 11-year-old son Marcus and I completed the challenge, we looked back and we reminisced the many times we had to turn down the candy, the dessert, my birthday cake, those 11 p.m. workouts at night, reading at midnight, and getting out of bed to take that accountability picture at midnight. Because if you forget to take your accountability picture, you start over completely. No lie. Very sad. No compromises. And that's what's so magic, because we are so good in society at lying to ourselves, at compromising the standards that is required for the success that we want or that we say we want. And so doing hard things, I realized, Marcus and I did, after we were pushing through these difficult things, that winning creates To win, you have to do difficult things. To achieve success, you're going to do difficult things. And there's amazing confidence and happiness and joy that comes by doing difficult, hard things. And it doesn't come by doing the lazy things. A lot of people have this idea, this concept as an entrepreneur that I'm going to make a bunch of money, exit my company, sell it, retire, and do nothing. And at the end of the day, there's only so much traveling you can do. There's only so much recreation that you can do. And if you're honest with yourself, you will be bored, you'll be stagnant, because in life you're either growing or you're going backwards. You're either moving forwards or you're going backwards. You're never in the same spot. If you stop moving, you will die. And some of the best examples of this I find are really successful people who quote unquote retire and immediately die within a few years of retiring. And yet those people, those Warren Buffetts of the world, Charlie Mungers, who are working into their 90s and making an impact and changing the world, they keep living because there's joy in the journey of doing hard things. And that is what we're most proud of. As I sat around the table with my 5 kids and I asked them, what are you most proud of, that you've accomplished in your life? And I listened to my daughter, who's been dancing for 13 years, talk about she's most proud of the dance. And it's 15, 20 hours a week for 13 years. She's an amazing dancer, a great athlete. And that's what she's proud of. It's the hard things. It's not the easy things that we're proud of. My son took up music 2 years ago, picked up a guitar for the first time, and now he can play almost any rock song out there. He's got an electric guitar. Now he's learned to play the piano. He's starting to write music, and he wants to be the next Hans Zimmer. And amazing work ethic and obsession that he's put into music. That's what he's most proud of. So it's the things that are difficult that we put everything into. We go all in. That's what matters, guys. And last but not least, number 5 takeaway, take this challenge. If everyone in our family, neighborhood, and network would take this challenge, we would be a more happy community. We'd be a more mentally tough group of people who never listen to the inner whiner voice. And Andy talks about this inner whiner voice that's constantly whining and telling us it's too hard, we don't need to do it, you're doing okay, son or girl, right? But instead, if we all committed to go all in and be relentless with our dreams and lives and not compromising them, we would be so much more happy. And you know what? I invited a lot of people to take this challenge. And at the end of the day, of the dozens of people, maybe over 100 people that I invited to take this challenge, there's only one other person that completed it with me, and it was my 11, now 12-year-old son, Marcus, who did. So props to him, and props to you for doing difficult things in your life, for taking on challenges. I invite you to take this challenge, and I'm certainly grateful for the help that my family and my team at work and my son Marcus contributed by not compromising and helping to make this possible, because it is something that you want to tell everybody you're doing it. And it was amazing. Everybody at work and my team stepped up and like, all right, let's not go to this hamburger restaurant for lunch. There's no salads there. There's nothing Leo can eat. And so it's certainly helpful if you can get help and support from friends and family. And when you let people know you're doing something like this, they will help you and make it easier if they're real friends and if they're real family. All right, guys, that's it. That's today's episode. Take action. Take the 75 Hard Challenge. Do difficult things. And watch what happens.
Are you looking for more 7-figure secrets, content, or even how you can launch your own recession-proof business? Then check out 7figures.com. That's the digit 7, Figures.com, where we share more videos, stories, strategies, funding solutions, entrepreneurial education, and even the secret business type that's recession-proof. Thank you for listening, and if you're finding value in our podcast, please give us a 5-star and invite others to join the club.